Yo, 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 what's good, everybody? What's going on? You already know what it is. It's your man, Fresco Wave, aka Mr. Wave, and I'm back in the building. Another live is going down. Not now, but right now. You know what I'm saying? Your man, Fresco Wave. I'm in the building. I know we got some people online right now, so we're going to wait for everybody to, tap in and wait for everybody to tap in so they can see what I got going on tonight. For those that's tapping in right now, shout out to Faith on the check-in. What I got going on tonight, man, we're going to talk about haters. You know what I'm saying? Or the term, we're going to talk about haters, and then we're going to talk about, do people really have haters, or is it just a myth? You know what I mean? But before I get into all that, man, I just want to let everybody know, shout out to everybody that participated in a live that I did earlier this week. I did a live on Monday, and it was Ask Fresco Wave Anything, and to say the least, it was lit. If y'all haven't had a chance to catch that footage, make sure you catch that footage. It's still on my timeline, so make sure y'all go check that out. But tonight, what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about haters. And, do people really have haters, or is it just a myth? You know what I'm saying? And the reason I really wanted to get into that is because, for the longest, for years and years and years, we've always heard people use the term haters, or, we've always heard people say, I got haters. You know what I mean? But me, as I've gotten older, I learned to, I actually look at it differently, and I've learned to, break it down in different terms. When I think of a hater, I think of somebody that, like, first off, hate is a strong word. You know what I mean? So let's be clear on that. Hate is a strong word. So when you say you have a hater, to me, in my opinion, in my way of thinking, if somebody hates you, they don't care whether you live or die. They don't give a fuck about you, your well-being, your family's well-being, none of that. So I think us as people, we got to get out of that way of thinking of saying that we got haters, because, truth be told, a lot of these people that's going around saying they got haters and they got people hating on them and this, that, and the third, they really not thinking about them. You know what I mean? They really not thinking about you like that. They might dislike you or not really care for you, but they really don't hate you. You know what I'm saying? So what I want people to get out of this live and this video right here is we got to get out of that way of thinking of people saying that, oh, I got all these haters, or people just hating on me. When truth be told, ain't nobody really thinking about you like that. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, if you look at the title of this video, is saying, do we have haters, or is it just a myth? I'm here to tell you it's a myth. We don't have haters like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, we might have people that are jealous of us or envious of us, but to sit up there and say that you got haters, that's irrelevant. We don't have haters. Again, hate is a strong word. When I think of the word hate, I think of somebody that doesn't give a fuck about my well-being, or doesn't give a fuck about my family's well-being, or whether I live or die. They can care less. Hate is a strong word, so I just think over the years it's been used so loosely, and people have just been prone to say, yeah, I got haters, or yeah, that person hating on me. Nah, nobody's hating on you. You know what I'm saying? So to everybody that's tapping in on this video, let me shout out some names. Shout out to Sherry, I hope I'm saying it right. If I'm not, please forgive me. Shout out to Amy on the check-in. Shout out to Carrie on the check-in. Shout out to my man Marcus on the check-in. Shout out to Natasha on the check-in. Shout out to Chrissy on the check-in. And shout out to Demario on the check-in. And shout out to Jessica Jones on the check-in. But once again, we need to get out of that, ladies and gentlemen. It's 2019, so we can't continue to go along with this narrative that we got haters. You know what I'm saying? No, nobody hates you for real. And 9 times out of 10, when you really think somebody is hating on you, that shit is in your head, because people ain't really thinking about you like that. I don't believe that somebody goes to bed at night thinking about man, I can't stand that motherfucker Fresco Wave. He this, he that. I can't stand him. You know what I mean? Nobody goes to bed at night thinking about you or wishing on your downfall. If somebody is wishing on your downfall like that, that person got beef with you. That is beef. All right, so let's not mistake the two. Jealousy and envy, that's one thing, but when somebody like really thinks about your downfall and think about you just, you know what I'm saying, not succeeding or just, not being worth a shit, that to me that's beef. You know what I mean? So that's what I wanted to get into tonight. I know we got some people want to check in right now, so hit me with your opinions. Jessica says, I agree. I always said it was nonsense. Now, Jessica, I totally agree with you. You get it. You know what I mean? But you'll be surprised that it's so many people out here that don't get it. You know what I mean? They still going with that narrative, man. This narrative been going on since, you know what I mean, since I was like in middle school, which was like in the mid-90s. You know what I mean? I got haters. You know what I'm saying? There's no such thing as haters. You know what I mean? So for everybody that's peeping this video, I want y'all to get out of that narrative. You know what I'm saying? Stop saying you got haters. And, next time if you hear your people saying that, they have haters or whatever, tell them get out their bag. You don't have haters. Get out. Ain't nobody thinking about you like that. Because for real, ain't nobody thinking about you like that. You know what I mean? Now, they might be jealous of you. And again, they might be envious of you. But, to sit up there and say you have haters, man, that's deep. Again, hate is a strong word. And I rarely believe that, somebody really feels that strongly about you. You know what I mean? I consider myself a likable dude. So you're never, and I've never really used it, really ever just came out and said, yo, this person is just hating on me. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not going to sit up here and say I've never used the term hating or whatever, but it's just, as far as like me coming out saying I got haters, I've never said that because, again, I feel I'm a likable dude. So I tell people I don't have haters. People fuck with me. People like me. I'm a likable person. You know what I mean? So ain't nobody really, you know what I'm saying? As far as I know, it ain't too many people that got disdain for me like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to go around and say I got haters. Amy says, I don't think we should constitute them as haters. Maybe they just want something you have. Perhaps they're trying to fill a void or have a sense of fulfillment they're needing and wanting. I totally agree. And Kendra says if they hate and they need to check their soul because that's where the real issue lies. Exactly. And it's like I said, y'all, hate is a strong word. So for someone to hate you like that, they really have like a real deep disdain for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's real. You know what I mean? So, again, next time you come across somebody that just say they got haters, man, tell them to get their mind off of that narrative, man. That narrative don't exist. It don't exist to me. You know what I'm saying? It's a myth. It's a straight up myth. You know what I mean? There's no such thing as you having haters. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, nobody thinking about you like that. Let's just keep it all the way a buck. I think a lot of people like to tend to be on their own ish sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And that's really not the case. Ain't nobody checking for you like that. You know what I mean? You all in your bag. You all in your head about that. Nobody's really checking for you like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I think a lot of people try to make themselves seem important than what they really are. You know what I mean? Like, for real. You know what I mean? You an individual like everybody else. So, unless you really got some static, some smoke, or some real beef with somebody like that, ain't nobody hating on you at the end of the day. So that's just really one point that I wanted to make. Shout out to Tia on the check-in. Jessica says, oh, I hear it and tune a deaf ear to the term of talk about it. It's beef. 97% of the world could care less that much about the next. There's a difference between putting something out there and folks responding with their opinion. Big difference. I totally agree. And I might actually get into that in my next live, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of piggybacking off of what you said. You know, sometimes when people have an opinion, you know, a lot of people consider that to be hate. You know, I remember my son. I don't know if y'all familiar with the rapper My Son. He said in a quote, I was either looking at a video or I was reading a quote, and he said that when has it seems like your opinion has become the new hate. And I totally agree with that. You know what I mean? Just because somebody has an opinion about something, that doesn't necessarily mean they're quote unquote hating, or we're going to take the word hate out. Just because somebody has an opinion, that doesn't necessarily mean that they dislike you or, you know, this, that, and the third. Tia, what up, homie? What's going on with you? Shout out to Carla on the check-in. Marcus, my man Marcus says, I don't know if it's a myth or it's real. There's some real haters in the hood. That's why folks get shot every night. A dude come and take over his spot. He's going to get him about that. He's going to get him about that. Us regular folks that's not into that don't have haters. We have people that dislike you for whatever reason. But okay, now Marcus, I'm gonna ride off of what you said. Now, you know, let's say if we talking on some street shit, right? I got a block. I got shit jinking on a block. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not a street dude, ladies and gentlemen, but you know, this is just an example. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say I got a spot jinking, right? And some dude out of nowhere comes over and takes over, you know what I'm saying, my block or my spot or whatever. There's definitely going to be, now at that point, you're fucking with somebody's money at that point. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got like a money making spot, you're fucking with somebody's money at that point. So when somebody threatens your pockets, yeah, that's going to be some hate. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing for a dude to just, you know, move in into a certain area and he getting money. He not necessarily getting money on your block, but you can see he's shining, he out there getting to it, and you see that from afar, you become jealous and envious of that. But when it comes to a point where it's affecting your pockets, then yeah, some real strong hate gonna come in, and you might want to do some harm to that person. So yeah, it's definitely a difference, man. And like you said, us common folks, you know what I'm saying, just us, you know, regular working folks, tax-paying citizens, man, we don't really deal with those kind of problems, you know what I mean? But, you know, I just don't believe that it's just that people just really thinking about you like that. That's why I don't like to use the term haters, you know what I'm saying? Tia says, folks get shot due to ignorance and a fucked up mindset. That's true, too. Man, folks get shot for various reasons, you know what I mean? They get shot for various reasons, so, you know, that's a whole nother topic in itself. But you know, you're definitely right. People get shot over bullshit, over nonsense, you know what I mean? But I just, again, man, that whole hater shit, in the way that, in the context that people use it in, that's the part that I think is a myth, you know what I mean? The way people use it so loosely and so actively, you know what I mean? I feel like it's a myth. They use it as far as like somebody just, you know what I mean? They use it in the terms like somebody just got them on their mind like that. And to me, that's far from the truth. You know what I mean? I don't think nobody really is thinking about you like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I just at the end of the day, I just want people to, you know, kind of change their mindset as it relates to haters, in the term haters. You know what I mean? Let's get out of that, you know what I mean? Because again, ain't nobody really checking for you like that. Ain't nobody really thinking about you like that. Now you got people that's jealous and envious of you. You know what I'm saying? That's just human nature. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna be jealous of somebody. You know what I mean? Tia says everyone has their own definition of haters. I think they do to a certain extent, but I just feel like when people say haters, I just feel like it's a common term that people they kind of use it similar, you know, kind of similar. You know what I mean? That, again, that's just my opinion, but I just want a lot of people to just really get out of that narrative. You know what I'm saying? Because that narrative is so cliche. It's so cliche, and people just go along with it. You know what I mean? Instead of just being like, wait a minute, if I really had a hater, this person really don't give a fuck about me, or they really don't give a fuck about my well-being. You know what I mean? And I don't really think it's that deep for a lot of people. You know, so Marcus says, Tia Jenkins, you right as well, but it all blends together at a certain point. True indeed, true indeed. You all make some great points. You all made some great points. Shout out to y'all for you know, hitting me with your feedback. I appreciate it. I'm loving it. Let me shout out a few more people on the check-in. We got Latonda on the check-in. We got Dana on the check-in. We got Tammy on the check-in. We got Sean on the check-in. We got Tananda on the check-in. So, I don't really have too much to add, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to, you know, just point that out. You know, just kind of get the wheels turning in your head. Just kind of give y'all something to think about. Tia says the same way people use love loosely is the same way haters is used. It's like a trend, just my opinion. I totally agree, Tia. I mean, I feel like people definitely use the word. That's the whole point of this video, is that I feel like people use the word haters very, very loosely. You know what I mean? Very, very loosely, instead of really just sitting back and dissecting what the word hate really means. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. Let's put this into perspective. When you have hate crimes, right? 9 times out of 10, when a hate crime is done to inflict harm on somebody. You know what I mean? So when people sit out there, when people come out here and say they have haters, nobody is inflicting harm on you. Nobody is even trying to inflict harm on you. You know what I mean? They might talk about you or whatever, talk down on your name or whatever like that. But should you really constitute them as a hater? This person is not even they're not even remotely thinking about doing bodily harm to you, but they just might not rock with you for whatever reason, and that's fine. And that's what people got to come to understand. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be like that. We should like everybody. I mean, we should rock with everybody to a certain extent until that person gives you a reason not to rock with them. So, for a prime example, it's just like me and my cousin was talking this morning. It's crazy how people that you don't even know might not like you, but they don't know nothing about you. You know what I'm saying? They basically going off of what another person said or what they've heard from another. You know, just basically going off of what another person said. So the fact that you don't know me, how can you form an opinion about me if you don't know me? And how can you come to grips with yourself and say, hey, I don't like you. You don't know me. You going off of what another person said. So I always say, when somebody comes to you and tell you about a certain person, you have to be the judge for yourself. You can't go off of somebody else's opinion. You have to go off of your own personal experience with that person. So just try to keep that in mind next time, you know, somebody try to come in your ear and talk about a certain individual that you know nothing about. You know what I mean? You know nothing about this person. So when they try to come in your ear and talk cash, just be like, all right, I hear you. But at the same time, I don't know this person, so I'm not going to make a judgment or assessment about this person till I have an interaction with this person. Then based on my interaction, I'll be able to decide if I'm rocking with this person or not. You know what I mean? So, again, if you just don't rock with somebody, you just don't rock with somebody. But to sit up there and say you hate them, hate is on a whole different level. Amy says, I'm too much of a positive person who spreads love. Perhaps I'm a little oblivious. It's my daily goal to share joy, to create your own happiness, joy, share it. One can call small change. I agree. And everybody that knows me know that I'm a positive dude. You know what I mean? I don't really be out here spreading negative rhetoric or nothing like that, man. I try to, you know, keep people uplifted, put a smile on people's face, entertain. You know what I'm saying? Entertain people. You know, this is what I do. I've been doing this for a long time. So, you know, I'm definitely all about positive energy. You know, the cats that I run with, my camp, you know, we all some positive dudes. You know, just check out our shows. You know what I mean? And we just, exude positive energy. So I'm with you on that, Amy. It's all about, creating a positive vibe, making people smile, because it's so much BS out here in the world, and we getting fed so much negativity, and we getting fed so much BS. So, for the ones that's out here spreading love and, keeping it positive, keeping it righteous and all that, man, big ups to y'all, big shout out to y'all, because that's how I move. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a bad guy. Never been a bad guy. Not a tough guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a positive guy, just out here trying to, just do my thing. You know what I mean? Do my thing, make sure my circle good, make sure my family good, make sure my people good. So, that's what it's all about at the end of the day. So, I just want to shout out every single last one of y'all. Y'all been great. Y'all been showing love tonight. It's been dope. You know what I'm saying? I love the feedback. I love the interaction with everyone. You know what I mean? It's dope. This is what I love to see. I love to see the camaraderie. I love to see everybody coming together. You know what I'm saying? Nobody tripping off of nothing. But I just wanted to do this video to just give y'all something to think about, man. It's certain narratives that I feel like a lot of people go with, and we just got to condition our mind not to go with that, especially, with us being older now. I would think once we get to a certain age that we should be able to formulate an opinion for ourselves instead of going with the narrative, or instead of going with what everybody on social media is saying. People tend to agree with the masses instead of taking a step back and saying, man, hold up, why is this like this? Or why is that like that? Or wait a minute, this doesn't make sense. Wait a minute, why am I going along with this? This don't even sound right. You know what I mean? So Tia says, yep, you most definitely have been. I see Tia, you've been knowing me for a long time, so you know how I give it up, man. And you a good person as well. You know what I mean? You always show love, and you always been down for the cause, man. And you've been rocking with me since I started doing this. You know what I mean? So me and you definitely got history, man. So big ups to you, man. I see you out here living life to the fullest. You know what I mean? You seem like you in a good space and a happy space, man. So big shout out to you. Now, before I get up out of here, y'all, I got one last question, right? So somebody told me the other day that when I do these lives and stuff like that, mind you, I've been doing this type of, I've been doing this art form for well over 10 years. So, but somebody told me that when I do these lives and whatnot, that I'm seeking attention. You know what I mean? And that I'm seeking attention. So for the ones that's tapping in that know me or have gotten to know me, over the years or recently or whatever, do y'all think of me as an attention seeker? I mean, I just want to know. I just want to know. You know what I mean? I just want to know. You know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know. I mean, I've been doing these lives for a minute, and I do it because I enjoy doing it, and it's a part of what I do. So do y'all feel like I'm an attention seeker? I just want to know. I just want to know. You know what I'm saying? Or for anybody that goes live, do you feel like they're an attention seeker? I just want to know. I just want to know. I'm gonna end it off with that. As far as haters and all that, man. Again, y'all, let's just condition our mind to get out that narrative, because to me, I feel like it's a myth. I feel like we don't have haters like that. Nobody is hating on you, because if they was really seriously hating on you, they would try to inflict harm on you. And again, they don't give a fuck if you live or die. You know what I'm saying? So let's just put that in perspective. You know what I'm saying? When you think of haters, just think of like hate crimes and stuff like that. Usually when a hate crime goes down, some type of results end up happening, whether it's a death, bodily harm, mental damage, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So just try to keep that in perspective. But it's all love. Y'all been great tonight. I appreciate the feedback. We got season 4 of the Wave Show dropping. We're gonna drop that thing tomorrow. Alright, so be on the lookout for that. We're gonna drop it tomorrow. If it doesn't drop tomorrow, it's definitely gonna drop Friday. So the Wave Show season 4 is going down. Be on the lookout for that. I'm about to get ready to get up out of here. Big shout out to everybody that tapped in with me. Shout out to you, Amy. Shout out to you, Tia. Shout out to my man Marcus. Shout out to Kendra. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Jessica. Shout out to everybody that had comments, man. I appreciate that. Y'all feedback is always welcome. You guys are my inspiration. Y'all, you know, are a big part of the reason why I do what I do and why I'm going to keep doing what I do. You know what I mean? The more feedback that I get, it's like y'all feeding the beast, man, and I love it. You know what I mean? Because, you know, sometimes, man, what we do, we need inspiration. You know what I mean? We need that inspiration and we need that encouragement to keep going and keep pushing forward. So, you know, the fact that y'all tap in with me and give y'all opinions and everything like that, it means a lot. It means a lot, man. So shout out to y'all. Tia says people will always have something to say. Live your motherfucking life, homie. Always, Tia. You know me, man. I could give two shits, but I just wanted to holler at the people about it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's like the first time I ever heard that. So I just thought it was weird. I thought it was odd. So I just wanted to, you know, put it out there for the people that's been rocking with me or started rocking with me, you know. Do it seem like I'm a attention seeker, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. Amy says aspire to inspire before you expire. I like that. Nice little lingo right there. That's what's up. But on another note, y'all, I'm about to get ready to get up out of here, man. Y'all been great. Y'all been wonderful. I'm going to catch y'all next time. This has been Wavy Talk number 6. Wavy Talk number 6, man. Your man Fresco Wave, a.k.a. Mr. Wave. I'm out of here, man. Y'all stay blessed. Keep it righteous, man. I'm gone. 100. Peace.